Hello, art appreciation students at Garrett College. So this is summer 2024. Today is June 11th, so I'm recording this just the day before class. I want to welcome you guys to the summer art appreciation. My name is Lacey Miller. I'm going to be the professor. So this is just a super quick little introductory video. If you've taken Blackboard courses before through the college, some of this information might be familiar to you. If you have not, definitely watch. Please just hang out for a couple minutes because this is more about this course, how to navigate this course, where to find everything, all the good information. So let's go ahead and jump right in. These are the learning outcomes. By the end of the summer, by the end of the class, you guys will achieve um, all of these goals, all of these objectives and outcomes. All right. So for this course, this is the first semester. You do not need to purchase a book. So if for whatever reason on any information that you've seen previously about the course, it says blah, 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 required textbooks, you do not need that. You do not need to rent them. You do not need to purchase them. Everything will be provided for you this summer. So the only thing you're going to need is a computer with reliable internet access. So that's a very positive thing for this summer. Okay, so once you're in Blackboard, you'll see, I'm just going to kind of give you guys the super quick. There's this kind of area over to the side. This is the like navigation bar area. This video is found in the Start Here section. Also, I'm going to email it to everyone, so you might be seeing it from there. Just underneath of that is course information. So under course information is the syllabus. This is definitely something, definitely something that you want to look over, familiarize yourself with. It's packed full of information. We're going to talk about some things. And then underneath of that is this summer course schedule. This breaks down each week. Our weeks kind of run Tuesday to Monday. Is every Monday something will be due at that switchover time, 11:59 p.m., and then new work will appear for the next week. The only exception is this first week, and you'll see in just a minute, the discussion is very basic, so don't sweat that too much. So this area, this course information area and the summer schedule is a place that you're going to refer to often. So just make a mental note, make a sticky note, put it somewhere. Every Monday, something is due in this class. Multiple things will be due. So kind of keep that, work that into your summer schedule. All right. So, like I said, that course schedule, it's outlined by topic. It's got exactly what you need to do. So next week, there are three videos that you need to watch, and then two discussions. Out here, it'll say two discussions are due. The following week is one video, one discussion, and then a test that's going to be on all four of those previous videos, and we might have something to do with the discussions. So over here, it's telling you that Monday, the 1st of July, you're going to have one discussion and one test due. So again, this information is something that you're going to refer to pretty often throughout this summer semester. Another thing I want to say is if you don't see something that you think you should see, send me an email, right? So there's a chance that I've dated it for 2023 rather than 24, something like that. So if you're not seeing something, you're like, hey, I should be seeing a discussion titled, describe in vocabulary terms, but I'm not seeing that. I'm just going to shoot Lacey an email. Keep me on my toes because there's oftentimes a lot of things that your professors can see on Blackboard that you guys cannot see. So definitely don't be afraid to email me. All right. So how are you getting information? You're not having a textbook this semester. So how are you getting any and all information for the course? So every assignment, test, discussion, everything has a corresponding video lecture that's where that information is going to come from. The video lectures are found in these content areas down here, Unit 1, Unit 2, and then Unit 3. Unit 3 is by far the largest of them. Another thing too, they operate just like this. It's kind of like replacing a in-class lecture. You're going to look at slides and I'm going to tell you about them. And there's going to be information. So they're designed to be part of kind of like a normal semester. So if for whatever reason it says at the end of the lecture, like, don't forget about blah, blah, blah discussion. This information goes along with that discussion, but since this is the summer and we're kind of like consolidated a little bit, that might not be the case. Or there's a chance it might say, in the last lecture, we talked about X, Y, and Z. Try to pay attention to whatever I say there, but just note that the video lectures that you see are the ones that are required of you. And definitely refer back to this summer course schedule. If you go into the syllabus, the course schedule is broken down like this with the highlighted things at the bottom. If that works better for you, you can refer to that one it's the exact same information, it's just laid out slightly differently. Okay, discussions. So I've had in the past, some students felt that discussions were maybe optional. They are not optional. They're a category of attendance and participation. They're worth 10 to 20 points, every single one of them, and they add up to a pretty significant chunk of your grade. So all the video lectures and tests are going to be in these areas down here, but all the discussions, no matter if you're talking about a discussion that's in Unit 1 or a discussion that's in Unit 3, they're all going to be listed in that discussions area. If you go there right now, there are probably 3 discussions that are visible to you. One is going to be this introductory discussion. There's a little help forum discussion, which is kind of like if you have a very general question and you just want to put it out to the class. Like you maybe don't think it's email necessary, but you're just like, do you guys see this thing? Or did I see it and then it disappeared or something like that? Whatever, however you want to use the help forum, you can of course always email me. And then there's this very general grading rubric here. All the discussions need to be 100 words, right? So that's 2 points. And then the other 8 points from the very basic discussion is, did you answer the question? Was your content that you wrote pertaining to this? Did you use any vocabulary words that were relevant for the question, that kind of stuff? If the question's about why does this painting exist, and you're like, my cat has blue eyes, you might not get those 8 points for that. And then, of course, if a discussion requires something specific, like replying to other students or doing outside research or something like that, the point scales might be adjusted a little bit. Usually those are worth a little bit more points. All right, so this brings us to our first discussion, which is getting to know you. So this is going to be due the 17th, so Monday at just before midnight, this will be due. So what I want to know from this discussion is who you are, what you are studying or plan to study, when and where in time when and where in time you would go if you had a time machine. Why do you choose this place in time, right? So there is definitely a history element to this class. There's a whole section that's based around art history. So keep that in mind when answering this question. Don't be that person that's too cool for school. Like, I would just go surfing in Australia, so it doesn't matter when in history I'd be. Don't be that. Give it a little bit of thought. It's a thought experiment question and get to know you. And then just for fun, how do you get your caffeine? Is it coffee, tea, pop, that sort of thing? So even though in this image it's got this little previous date from another semester, ours is going to be due Monday, the 17th of June. You don't even really need to watch a lecture for this. This discussion is talking about you, so you'll quickly be able to answer. All right, so this information might be slightly dated, but I want to make sure I put it in there. So there is an app that you can download that goes along with Blackboard, and it has a flaw in it. It shows you your grade as a running tally. It does not show you the grand total of points. So let me break this down. Let's say we've had 3 discussions in class so far. You've done one of them and gotten a 10 out of 10. The other 2 you did not do, you did not participate in, right? So the deadline passes and you technically in the class have a 10 out of 30, but this will show you that you have a 10 out of 10. That's the way that this kind of operates. So just be aware of that. I just want you guys to be aware of that because it might say, oh, I'm doing great. I got an A. I got a 10 out of 10 when really you're falling behind. So don't rely on the app for that purpose. With that in mind, I've got the kind of breakdown of the course. There are 13 discussion posts, 5 quiz tests on kind of a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and then there's 1 written essay. So this totals somewhere around 750 points for the class. Some of the discussions might be worth 15 points, some of them might be worth 20. It's going to fluctuate. So if at the very end of the semester you think, oh my goodness, don't panic. We're somewhere around 750. It might be 720, it might be 760. So don't span on that, or don't fuss with that too much. But this is the basic breakdown of everything that you'll have to accomplish. All right, and that is it. If you have any questions, please email me. This is my email. They're in Blackboard. There's a little email my professor, contact my professor thing. You can definitely, don't be afraid to email me at any time. Try to use your Garrett email rather than your Yahoo or whatnot. The school really makes a big fuss about that. And definitely include your first name and last name in this. If you email me basic questions that are like, I don't know what my grade is, and I'm like, I don't know who you are, right? That kind of thing. So definitely give me information. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great summer and a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.